Hello, Divine Sunshiners. This is actually take two. You know how it goes here in my studio audience. It's always some kind of interference. But anyway, so spiritual interference. So if you want to get a reading through me, Divine Sunshine, you can go to my webpage, DivineTwinSoul11.com. You go to my services page, click on the book online, and you can get a reading through that. Another thing that I haven't thought about doing any specials for the month of April yet. It might hit me, but it hasn't gotten to me yet. The Spirit hasn't told me that I need to do something as far as that. Let's talk about this week's energies. They have really been functified. I mean, so functified, so funky. I mean, that it has been just an up and down roller coaster ride of emotions. A lot of purging, a lot of crying. I can only speak for my own self. A lot of things have my own child moment and dealing with the divine masculine. Just really saying at the point that I was like, I had to surrender. Just the whole process of it. Just really tired, just really fatigued, and I know that's mental ascension. Pretty much symptoms, side effects of that. Just had to push. I was trying to do a reading earlier this week, and I just got to the point I was like, no, I can't. I said, thank God I tell people from 24 to 72 hours. And Spirit always tell me, say to 72, you put that on that disclaimer because you'll never know, anything might happen and you can't get to them and they might be looking for their reading. And so this week I got pretty much that I needed that 72 hours save to do a couple of readings because I was just it was just draining. I woke up this morning with a headache. I haven't had too many of those going on and just really tired. I even ended up telling my class, I was like, I'm tired. If I could, I would put my head down in the back of the classroom and just let you all just do your work. That's how tired I was, which it's like, we gone. I'm like, no, because see, y'all be dancing on my head, so I ain't doing that. But I mean that when for me, anybody knows me, for me tell you I'm tired, that means I am tired. I was tired to do that. So really, just like I said, after the towel moment, there's been some ups and downs, and I'm sure pretty much you all have experienced that too. I've seen that even on videos as well. Like I said, just going through some things with the divine masculine, and just saying, you know, just kind of just throwing up my hands and saying, okay, I'm just going to leave it up to God and to the universe to kind of make this happen. And just doing more concentrate on myself. I've been doing some detaching from the situation, just because it's just gotten to that point. I've even questioned myself, should I keep on going with the journey as well? And I've gotten to the point that I had seriously been thinking about other options. Yes, even Divine Sunshine with that. But, you know, the divine masculine in his 5D self keeps sending messages, although I have to detach, but sometimes he's the same as he is in 3D, he's in 5D. Very kind of aggressive, like, no, I ain't going nowhere. I don't care how my 3D self acting in a total butthole, but, you know, I'm not going anywhere. We in this together, even in the 5D or the 4D. Dimension, and I get that very strongly. So that's why I have to have moments of detachment, because the human part of me is like, but I want him in the physical, and you know, that doesn't go. So until we pretty much get to the point that we're aligned, I seen his name is Steve Andre. Check out his videos, very good. He was saying that, and I posted that even on my Facebook page. How he stated that physical union is inevitable. It's like it's going to happen regardless. Once you get your mind together, your heart together, the physical union has to come with the package deal, because it's almost like a teacher, like lessons. The lessons to get the mind together. Next thing is to get you got to get your heart together, and then from that point on, you're going to bring in the physical, because that's almost like the last chapter of the greatest love story that God could have even blessed you with, doing that, and then learning how to kind of do that. So once we get mastery over this head and this heart, then, and bringing in divine masculine and feminine together, we could be able to go on into the next phase. So that's true. I've seen also on, I would say, even shout out to my, I call my pretend nephew, Robert Aguilera. He also was telling me I had one in child moments, and I just told him, I was like, I can't, I know you trying to ask me for some advice, but divine sunshine ain't got it right now. My mind is all scatterbrains, all over the place. And he even, I called him, he schooled me. Check him out. He's divine masculine. He gives you a point of view from that as well. His point from the divine masculine. It's always good. You know, the divine feminines, we got the finger on the pulse with that. But that masculine aspect is always a new thing to kind of learn how they kind of show you the cards, what they say, show your player cards. They didn't turn their player card on the divine masculine, kind of give you the keys and behind the scenes as to what's going on. And so he was like, you know, you got to try something new. So I will be. Like, I went and got me some new rings. Well, I still got this one. It stays on there. I moved him to another spot. Two of them I kept. The other one of my stones, and I know my spiritual mentor, she's going to contact me and say about why that happened. He just kind of just let loose. And almost at the same time I was having a tower moment. It just kind of, this one, my favorite one I used to wear on this one, kind of let go. Started saying, I say, okay. So my uncle, he always taught me, he said, you know, when that happens with the stones, don't get upset about it. You lose your stones, or your ring leaves you, or anything like that. That means they done served their purpose and they gone on. You know, I've had, even with me, I've had rings that I've lost, and 6 months or a year or 2 years later, they'll appear. Like one time I lost one and it appeared on the counter of my kitchen. I looked and I looked and I looked, and it was just like that, just sitting there right there. Like I said, they just said, here you go, here's your ring back. I said, okie dokie. So, you know, those things kind of happen too. I had some other kind of freak things that occurred too in my classroom and stuff. So I won't say freak things. Those are just let me know there's other dimensions that we are living in, and like say it's all at the same time, parallel dimensions that we have. So I'm gonna get into the energies. I've seen some things. Some of them I've seen even on Daniel Boone, and I've also got now hooked onto Just Swimming, Just Keep Swimming. Her too, she was saying about the karmic energies and stuff. So today, I think I only got real energy to kind of do all of them. So I'm going to kind of almost do an all-compass. I'm like, you say, what's going on? So I'm kind of try to see if I can do an all-encompass of the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and then see what's going on as far as the overall energies, and then see if I could throw in the karmic too in there, because I don't know if I have the energy after I do my 2 readings, but we'll see where it goes. I've said that before, and then I look and see I find energy from somewhere. Okay. All right. So as I'm shuffling and getting ready, clear, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. We have reached 300 subscribers. Yay! And so, I mean, this is amazing. From January 31st, I remember that I started that because that was after my divine masculine's birthday, a week after I started this channel, and this how it has really progressed and has grown since then. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to all the subscribers. I get new subscribers every day, all the comments. I like the little banter that we have back and forth, even with each other. So just say thank you, thank you, thank you so very much. It just lets me know that I'm in line with my purpose and on my mission. Okay, so let's start off with clear. I know I said it before. The divine feminine. What's in her heart space? What's in the divine feminine's heart space this week? And today is an 11th day, because you put all the numbers together. The 4, April being the 4th month, today being the 5th day, and then you put all the numbers of the year together. You combine that equals up to 2. The 4 and the 5 equals up to 9. 9 and 2 equals to 11. So my understanding that we have a portal. So we'll see what that does. So it's supposed to be some miracles. Divine feminine's heart space. What's in the divine feminine's mind space? what's in the divine masculine's heart space. What's in the divine masculine's heart space. Ooh, 4 cards. What's in the divine masculine's mind space. There's this. Nope, too many. There's a lot there. Okay. All right, I'll stick with that because he said, no, that's what's on my mind. Okay, that's a lot. All right, so let's see. What is in the divine? Oh, I gotta be gentle. Broke my glasses. You know I need them to see. Yeah, that's all right. All right, so now what is, put this behind my ear. Okay, so I can see. All right, all this hair. All right, so now what is in the heart space of, and that's true, in the divine feminine's heart space is retreat. Like I told you, it's time that I feel like I have to detach all these energies from ascension that's going on, from the new moon, from the retrograde. All those things are working overtime for me. And so she just feels like she needs to retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. I just talked to you and told you about that, to detach. She's bringing the divine masculine in her heart space in the 5th D or the 4th D dimension. She's not bringing them in 3D and retreat. But right now she just feel like I got a many of divine feminines are feeling like I just kind of got to pull back a little bit, take me some time out for me, and to do that at this point. What's in her mind space is, oh, this ring here. Stop. What's in her mind space is trust. She's really wanting to trust the relationship, trust the twin flame journey as to where it's going. Trusting that you know, God has her back and the universe has her back as to knowing where, you know, it's setting off on the course that's where it's supposed to go. Also trusting that this is actually going to happen, that the angels is right there behind us, making sure they're intervening and making sure that this will happen as well. Trusting that the divine masculine be open and receptive, just like in this picture here, about it happening, and his eyes being just totally focused in on her. This thing that was on her mind, that she knows this is soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. She knows that this is her soulmate. She knows there is something special about him. He's like no other, that this is truly what she wants to be able to be. Just all encompass, all looking at him, that intertwine this almost like the Kundalini rising, where you just all twisted up and you almost look as, if you look at this, you say, I don't know where the face began, where his face began and her face began. You know, what's that song, Brown Skin? Something about your brown skin. I don't know where mine begins. I don't know where your ends, or something like that. With Indy Ari. Yeah, I done messed up the lyrics, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, so that's that. Past life relationship, this is on her mind. You have known each other before. She can feel this. I think we feeling a little bit more than now. I think because some of us, I know even with myself, I'm feeling a lot of stuff that he's doing. I'm like, we done been here before, and I don't mean in no 2018. I'm talking about like this, look like you doing some back there, like my spiritual mentor said, some past life regression stuff that you throwing back again, and you showing now in this time. You know, it's coming back up to roost again, and I sure enough wish you learned the lesson and let it go. Okay, on that one. Next one is engagement. We want some, what's on our mind is some interaction. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And then also just what the word engagement means. Some of us might not have heard from our divine masculine. Some of them might have heard something, but it wasn't enough communication. You like, I like some more information. I would like to know the truth. And so then this engagement is just really this engagement as far as our relationship is going to the next level. We're not plateauing. We're not doing the same thing over and over again. Like I said, we are experiencing new things. And so that's what new higher heights, that higher love we want to be able to experience. What's on the divine masculine's mind is right now is release the X. I mean, on his heart space is to release the X. He's right now, this X is a burden. This right here, that whoever he's with right now, you say karmic or whatever, is being a burden. He wants to communicate this to the divine feminine. Right here, this is like, it's kind of on paper, so there could be any kind of correspondence that's going on. It could be through emails, text. This looks like written. This ain't picking up the phone here when I see this. This is some kind of written. We already had the moon. I don't think there's any more moons going on here that's going on. So I will say that the moon here brought on this change, this last moon that happened here, brought on this change of this burden. Now he's probably saying, I can see the light, like say blue moon. Every blue moon, that means something special, something different about it. They have seen, have experienced that. So they feeling very burdened about that. He's having some family issues that's going on. That could be like currently where it might be karmic situation, karmic partnership, maybe within his own. He's experienced some family issues, or he's finding out that he needs to deal with healing some family issues, and he's seeing that coming out to play within the relationship of the divine twin soul relationship as well. And so that's causing the issue. I'm thinking it is also, when I see this card, it has to do something, if he hasn't, it's have to do with sibling. Maybe the siblings have always been treated better than him, and he's kind of feeling like, I got to rise up to the occasion. I've always felt like I was the black sheep of the family, you know, so-and-so always was the best one. They always looked at me, say, why you can't be like your sister, why you can't be like your brother, that kind of situation. Also can stem from the father as well when I look at this. Next one, codependency issues is at his heart. He still knows that he's got some codependency issues that he's got to heal. Mainly dealing with the feminine, so it could be codependency with the karmic relationship that he has, or maybe even codependency issues even with the divine feminine. He knows at heart. Maybe that might be one reason why he has not stepped up to the plate, is because he's saying, yeah, if I do that, she's going to trigger that codependency where I'm really dependent on her all over again, and I don't want to get back into that position again. Also codependency, he's got addiction, so maybe in his heart mind he knows that he's got to tackle and heal those addiction issues. Maybe too much money, too much drinking, too much smoking, too much food, anything too much of a good thing could be a bad thing, you know. That's called the codependency. And then what's on his heart mind is your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Pretty much he's saying that his soul, that might be also, some of them I've seen that also on videos, saying that the twin soul one barrier, and which is stopping them from union, is sometimes the divine masculine is looking at the divine feminine because she's so different than him. You know, some of them just can't wrap their head around the differences of, maybe it might be even the religious factors, just the way they think. We on two total opposites of the spectrum, but you know, in the divine twin soul journey, that's pretty much how it goes. We reflect each other. We might not be the same. We might be polar opposites of each other, and so that might even happen. Okay, so you know, he got to get over that, you know, that I might be chocolatey and he used to maybe dating all different complexions. Maybe he might like somebody of a lighter fare, but he don't know, you know, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice on that. So you missing out on a good thing if that's what you hung up on. I'm just saying that. He hadn't expressed that to me, but I'm just saying. That could be a thing. Or if, you know, you like rock and roll and he like country music, he's like, you know, I just can't get over that you don't like what I like, you know, that might be something that he's kind of got to find a way to get over. So he's got to have an open mind about that. You know, maybe say, I like them short, and I like them, no, I like them tall and skinny, and I'm saying, no, I come short and thick. So you got an issue here, you know, about that. So that might be something that might be a blockade. Now, on the mindset, we have here finances is on his mind. Really, when I looked at financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So the finances is an issue. He's probably looking at the feminine, divine feminine, look like she's all that in a bag of chips with some hot sauce. Look like she planting seeds and it's germinating and it's coming into fruition for her. And he's like, I got to step up my game because we ain't even on the same level. You know, like I said, I'm on a whole new level. I'm on a new level. That part there, trying to match up with her, and he's like, okay, I got to step up my game. So this is on his mind. It's like he really sees you in that whole different level than him, and he said he's got to work on his game. Nothing. Okay, so Archangel Raphael is confirming that. Got a whole bunch of dings on that. So that's true. Flirt. What's on his mind is like when he sees you, he want to keep things lighthearted. He don't want to be all deep about what had happened in the past. He don't want to talk about what things he's got to correct. You know, he just want to keep the conversation light. And just start off from a light place. Like, forget what we done in the past. Forget about me leaving you with Shaniqua at the club. You know, that's over with. That happened back there in 2008. This 2018, that's 10 years ago. And you still holding on to that. That point. So, you know, he wants you to make sure that you keep things light. Okay. Next thing, your honeymoon. He really was on his mind. He just wanted to kind of take you away and just kind of get away from the whole situation. He has the ending destination is for you and him to be together, right, for you to be together. The angels are the ones that steering the boat, keeping it on course where you are actually going. Again, I believe that this moon, that blue moon, the effect, I know it was 3 days, but it's kind of 22. Okay. Really is keeping up with, love you too, is keeping up with changing things, what's happening between the divine masculine and his mindset. So we can see that 2 times the moon seems like it has really affected the divine masculine in some major way, this last one. And so he's really setting off course for really the destination, like the love boat, setting off for new romance, new adventure, and new romance. His mind right now is forgiving and learning. He's probably has done some things. He knows he's dealing with a karmic situation. There's some things that he's done with you, that he's at the stage right now. What's on his mind is forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So right now he's probably giving that far away look. I'm pretty much with the trigger of the moon. I'm thinking he's more being nostalgic. He's more thinking about things that he's done in the past, maybe in the family, having to do with you, having to do with karmic situations. And like I said, karmic situation, come person, place, a thing, some things. And he's just really, he's looking at his former self. This is how he was. His former self, he probably said, I wish you just bow down. And then, you know, you just really got to beg for mercy for a lot of things that you have done in the past. So he's really thinking, and the angels are there pretty much talking to him, guiding him, kind of helping him to purge up some of this stuff that he's probably has said forget about it with that. And they're saying, no, ain't no forget about it. We got to address this situation. You can't keep on pushing it down. I seen on, what's her name? I think her name is Ascending Simone, her channel, and she was talking about how she had to have a talk with her divine masculine and telling him that, you know, you can't keep on suppressing all these emotions and not handling it, because you know what? Because you remember we connected. We got that cord. And when you push all that stuff down, say, okay, I call it like Mom's talking in Gone with the Wind. At the end, she's talking about, I think about it tomorrow, you know. And, you know, you keep on thinking about it tomorrow, and you keep on pushing about it, and then tomorrow never comes. And so then, as far as you dealing with the situation, tomorrow comes, but you don't deal with it. And so that's the same thing it is with the divine master. He's on pushing it, but guess what? Who got to take care of that stuff when you keep on sweeping it underneath the rug? The divine feminine. Because if you're not going to handle it, I'm walking around with them daggone feelings, feeling like I'm in an electrical shock. Like for me, I get physical ill. My side hurts, or something, a head hurts. Well, not head necessarily, my side hurts. And I can tell those things, or I run around crazy. I feel anxious for no reason. Why? Because he ain't handled something on his end. I got to go and clean up the mess. So that's why we either detach or whatever. But sometimes, if you like in my position, its sense is so strong. I'm like a person like I am. I'm like, hey, forget it. Let me just, like a person, get up and start tidying and start fixing things. Let me just go ahead and fix this and go and transmute it or take it in and then clean it up. Because he's not handling it. But see, you know, after a while, you keep on saying, you know, you got to do your part. I can't keep on doing this. I'm getting tired and worn out from that. And so that's where you become to that part where you say you had that tower moment. You just feel like you got to detach. Or you feel like another option is to say, you know what, I'm going to have to walk away from this for a while. Maybe get with me a little karmic, nice little looking, my own Fabio. He ain't you, but bootleg Fabio. And kick it with him for a little while, and then I come back to you, because right now you act really truly like Flavor Flav. To me, I don't see no glow, no divineness, and nothing that you doing right now. So I got to go on ahead and go. Stella got to go get her groove on, and then I come right on back. I ain't gonna stay up in the matrix too long, but that's what she's probably thinking. Okay, and then also in his mind, he's saying this is worth waiting for. So this to me signals that both of you are both the divine feminine and divine masculine. He sees both of them. He knows that both of us are divine in this journey. He knows this. He sees more divineness in the feminine than he sees in himself. However, when I see this card all the time, this lets me know that the divine feminine still has some things to work out as far as that crown chakra. She's covering that. Crown chakra is how she communicates back and forth with the divine masculine. The divine masculine here is covering up his throat chakra. Okay, this lets me know he's got some things he got to work on, his truth in his communication. Okay, because that's all covered up. All of this is not quite all the way ego, like the other card I pull out sometimes, saying watch the red flags. You divine, you see you're working with your heart chakra in the background. However, it's still some layers. It's very thin. It ain't like that card that I have up there, but it's still some layers. Still see through. You still see the light piercing through. Still have your wings. She's more out there and developed and using. That means to me more awakened. He's there, but not quite. He's got more of the light here, and she has less. So, you know, maybe now I'm kind of looking at this. She kind of dealing with some shadow a little bit, and that's true. Some shadow things that she's got to kind of battle with as well. And he's got to, and he's working with some of the light, how to bring that forth more. Okay. And so that's what I'm seeing when I look at this card. But he knows that divine time is at work. He's in his mind, he's just waiting for the right cue to come from the universe to let him know what's my next step. Okay, speaking of that, let's look at the blocks. I think I don't feel me going on and doing the karmic. We might have to see what's happening with that later, but we'll see. Let me not cut it off. What's going on as far as let me ask wisdom. What's some of the blocks? What are the blocks? Whoa. What are the blocks? Clear. Okay, what are the blocks for the divine feminine for this week? What are the blocks, that issues she's got to work with? Okay, And what are the blocks that the divine masculine has to work with this week? Okay. According to the wisdom oracle, the divine feminine has to work with discovery. Okay. So the discovery of the spiritual side, discovery of her heart, discovery of, and I've seen this also, like I said, in Just Keep Swimming. She's got to work on really seeing what are the matters of the heart. You're not totally healed. How we know? Because he ain't here. The divine master is not right here beside me, coming through the door and say, hey, here I am. You might see, he might say, I see somebody. I said, well, that's about what you're seeing. You ain't seeing him in no 3D. But that you've got to work on finding out what are truly the blocks that you are experiencing as a divine feminine. You got to get in touch with your heart. It's the issues with the family, dad issues, mom issues, children issues, issues with the job. Really looking behind and seeing, discovering what's in the heart. What are some blockages in your heart as well. So matters of the heart. Spirits will help you and guide you and find that, because then that'll help things to bloom and to blossom. Again, with you, that's funny thing. You got a moon thing, your intuition, your illusion on some things maybe you might not be really checking in and really saying, yeah, I got an issue with that. You might be a little seeing things not for face value when I see the moon. But also the moon is triggering this too as well. Next thing is prayer. Is this 2 cards or 1? That's 1. Prayer. To me, that would be meditation. Learning how to meditate on the things that you want. Really using your vision of seeing things from one thing. Okay, I see this is what's happening, but let me see it also as this occurring. Just Keep Swimming. She was giving some tips about how you can be able to, when you pray and you do affirmations, be careful how you affirm things. Not, I want my twin, my divine masculine to walk through the door right now. The problem is why he's not coming through the door right now is because you said, I want, I desire. The universe will, and I know that from the principles of which I had been taught up, truth principles. You saying want. Universe can give you a whole bunch of want. They don't have a problem giving you want. You want all day. I want a glass of water. I want some cheesecake. I want some pizza. You can want. You get that all day long. But in order for you to manifest that, she's saying watch your words or how you use the word. So she was saying more so than saying I want, saying thank God for him coming through the door. Thank God for me having that glass of water with the nice tall, and just act as if you see it actually happening and getting happy about it, and just thanking God before that, and then it will bring it to you. You got to raise your vibrations for it in doing so, and so then that would also help to manifest, and it will occur. So it takes more than just meditating in prayer. You've got to do some other things in that. So I can say that all day long. When I'm saying that, I say, ooh, thank God he's coming through the door. Thank God he's going to whisk me away. And then that'll be the end of this reading for my viewers. But in the mindset, I'm saying it ain't no way in hell he going to do that, because so-and-so, first of all, he got to come down, get through so-and-so people here in the house. I don't believe he is, first of all. He at work. You know, if I'm coming in and thinking about all these doubting things, and I'm asking at the same time, universe is looking at it saying, okay, well, what you want? I'm confused. Do you think we're going to deliver it for you or not? I always think of it just like it's a drive-through. When you go to McDonald's, and you go, and I know I love my double filet-o-fish meal with my fries and my sweet tea, and I put it in there. When I put in that order through that daggone intercom system, I expected when I roll around and slap down and give my $7.50 for my double filet-o-fish meal and my fries and my sweet tea, I expected when I give her the money, I'm going at that last window, I'm going to get my meal in my bag, okay? That's the same way when we do our prayers and meditations, we got to think the same thing, that when we put it in, we got to expect it. We getting happy. Our mouth already salivating for that double filet of fish meal for McDonald's. I know somebody say, no, you ain't getting no McDonald's stuff. But I'm just saying, you know, you already set and ready for that. You ain't sitting back there, so, I wonder, is the cooks fried it long enough? I wonder, do they remember to put the tartar sauce on there? I wonder, do they remember to put the cheese on there? Now, did she hear me say double? That means I need 2 filet o fish patties on that sandwich. And the fries, too. Did they remember to put the salt on there? And then they remember to scoop it up into the little container, too? And then also, did they remember about the sweet tea? You ain't asking all that stuff. When you pull up, you ain't got time for all that. You looking for all that stuff to be put in there. Halftime, sometimes they forget to give you a straw. You got to remind them about that. But you're not going through that. That's the same thing when you put in your order with the universe. You got to drive on to the next thing and just say, I'm going to go about life. I'm driving. And then I'm going to pull up at the end when it's time and just expect for, you know, that to happen for whatever I expected. Also, enlightenment. You got issue with the enlightenment. Just really knowing what to do. I understand that because when it stays, because sometimes right now, like I said, I don't know what to do. Do I detach? Do I stay? Do I go? Do I see somebody else? You know, do I keep on contacting? Should I let it go? This way, you know, those are the things that you're having and you're contemplating about the situation when you have that tower moment. You know, just really enlightenment. Where do I go? Where do I go to my source? Am I doing this right? Am I praying right? Am I meditating right? Am I doing the right exercises? Am I being positive enough? You know, and sometimes that could be a block because it's just you get overwhelmed by all those questions that you're asking. And so that is one thing that, you know, you got to just like this. You got to come, like I say, come to him as a little child. Say, I don't know what to do. Universe, help me. Angels, help me. Let me know what is my next step that I need to do. Maybe I'll go on YouTube and somebody might say a word or something. Like I sometimes do. You get a video and say, okay, this is what I need to do. I need to keep a gratitude journal. That'll help me uplift and keep my energy up. That I'm always thinking positive. Or maybe I should listen to these YouTube positive. They have beautiful positive musical meditations that maybe while I'm doing my work or washing dishes or I'm sitting before I go to bed, that I go and I listen to positive music, or maybe I have some kind of special way in which I do meditation. They have a lot of nice good to plant in your subconscious about different informations for different things like keeping positive, attracting love, money, things of that nature, if you want to kind of deal with that. So that's a good thing for you to do. Blockade for blockages for the divine masculine is joy. Him really truly being able to be happy. Maybe happy even when he's looking at the divine feminine. You know, I had just joy thinking about getting with her. I seen one time on the video, someone has said that they are conflicted when they look at us as divine feminines, that we are like their greatest love and their greatest enemy all at the same, wrapped up in the same. I was like, okay, excuse me. So, you know, they just had that love-hate relationship. They love us to that, but they hate the things that we trigger or dislike. I don't like the word hate, but dislike the things that we bring them through, that we kind of pulling them, you know, into places that they probably never have experienced before emotionally, and that triggers. So it's like really looking at us and saying, you know, we almost, sometimes they look at us and say, you know, you got that poison sign on you, you know, like truly like BBD, poison. Like, don't trust big button to smile. Well, but it's like I don't know if I can find joy when I look at you. You got two of those things that's going against you. I'm a little scared, you know. So he's got to get to that point that that's a block that he's got to look and say, okay, despite that, for every mountain you brought me over. So every trigger, every challenge that you brought to me, I got to thank God because it made me grow as a man. I can't say I'm the same person I was in 2012 when I met you that I am now in 2018, you know. Things they have achieved and accomplished probably say, I wouldn't have done that even thinking on my own until you came into the scene. True. On that, I let God get credit and the angels, but then I'm going to be right there as third in line and say, yep, give me my props for that. I think about Daniel Boone saying, you know, you gave him that glow. You gave him that glow. That's why he glowing. He catching all these comets and all these crows. He be doing all that. They be crowing out here trying to get a handle on him because he got that glow that you done gave him. Okay, well, yeah. So, on that part, he wouldn't have been who he was with that. God first, I ain't being ego, but together, we have kind of cleaned them up. Okay, and then next thing, despondence. Okay, I know divine masculine, some of y'all said, what? Yes, I said that. Despondence. Let me look this up, make sure. What card is this? This is the blue card. Oh, right here. Despondence. Iris is depressed and unable to look after herself or her home. She cries out to the great spirits for help. Mother Earth appears to suggest Iris shower, eat a good meal, clean up her house. She does, but still feels despondent. Suddenly a hurricane hits and Iris springs into action to rescue her neighbor's children. In the urgency, Iris finds the way out of depression by taking action. Inspiration. Iris teaches us that the only route out of stagnation is motion. If we do nothing, we must accept the consequences. Personal inquiry. In which part of my life am I feeling immobilized? I know what I need to do. Am I willing to trust myself? Key ideas. Feeling helpless, acceptance of circumstances, change on the horizon, take action. Keywords, revelation, movement, and encouragement. Okay? It said now they have everything. So with the divine masculine, what's problem with him is just stagnant. He's just not moving. He's just in one spot. But they said even with you not doing any type of movement, that is movement. I mean, that is a decision that you're making. And it is still movement because you haven't decided to go forward. You haven't decided to go backwards. You're just there. And that's what despondence is saying, that you have to, like I said, you've got to immobilize. Teaches you. I like that. Stagnation. To get out of stagnation, you got to move. If we do nothing, we must accept the consequences. So if you don't like being in that relationship with that karmic, and you sitting there almost doing like, woe is me, what's the thing to change it? Get out of it. You know, you got to do some type of movement about it. You can't keep on saying things about the karmic, and then you on your end is not doing your part, you know, to make the change. And so that's what it's saying about despondent. They have a nice little meditation here. It says, imagine an expansive countryside with nothing to block the view. The wind blows and without warning carries you to a place of sadness. Ask the great spirits to reveal the action you must take. You will either intuitively know what to do, or it will soon be revealed to you. Open your eyes and see that all is calm. Be grateful. Okay, so those are the blocks. I'm going to have to probably do this because this is going overtime. So I will try to do probably later this weekend, try to do the karmic masculine and the karmic feminine. My eyes back to dry again. Help us, Jesus. So if you want a reading with me, hold on a second. I didn't say what about what they want to say. What does it say? Let's go to this. What does the divine masculine want to say to the divine feminine? What does the divine feminine want to say to the divine masculine? Clear? Okay, let's see. Divine feminine, what do you want to say to divine masculine? For this week, what do you want to say? Tell me something good to me. Tell me that you love me, yeah. Tell me something good. Tell me that you like it, yeah. Okay, all right, let me be quiet. They say, we can't concentrate and bring up no cards if you singing. All right, let's see. There we go. Now, you see how they did me? Told me to shut up. Ain't that about nothing? All right, here we go. Divine. Let's see. Divine masculine. What you want to say to divine feminine? What does divine masculine want to say to divine? Okay. That's too many there. You ring, but you didn't bring no cards, so who is it? There's a lot of cards. You've been saying a lot. You've been talking to the divine masculine, I'll tell you this. Okay, divine feminine wants to say to divine masculine, she needs passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. She's just saying just passion. She's still passionate about the whole twin flame journey. That same thing I would say also with me, even with the tower thing, that moment that I had. This hair's that's gonna be a next new change on that. This hair getting on my nerves. This passion that you have, she wants to see passion going on. She wants that 5-year moment. You riding off in the horse, sweeping her up into the beach. You laying in the water. Y'all making out. She just want that passion. Just grab her. That just lets her know that I'm passionate about it. I'm as passionate about this relationship as you are. It's not just her, you know. And this is him making all the forward moves. So he making the movements towards the divine feminine. The divine masculine, he got a lot to say. What's all this? Alrighty. Okay. He said this romance is of a lifetime. He said he knows this. He said he knows that this is a true love. You are his true love. Okay. Angels have been talking to him since that moon cycle, that blue moon's been happening. He has been definitely, he still got that armor. If you watch all my videos, I talk about that armor. He's still kind of a little closed off in this, not being as vulnerable he should be, but he's still there. The angels is kind of guiding us. She's the one. You know, you need to do X, Y, and Z with her. Stay optimistic. That's the next card there. So he's going to tell you, stay optimistic. He knows that you have a lot to offer him. He knows it's going to be like some stair steps. It's got to be one step at a time, one step at a time. Ain't no just skipping over like my kids go up the stairs. They take 3 or 4 stairs at a time. I say, you won't fall and bust your head, but doing all that. But he's like, no, I'd rather take it. We're going to take it one stair at a time. That's more steady movement, but we're going to elevate to that next level. But we're taking it one stair and one step at a time, one stage at a time with that. And because I see here in the background knowledge, just got to gain some more knowledge about what's going on. That's why he's not going there. He's not deeply rooted. These trees in the background just very thin. Someone is wearing a false mask in the relationship right here. He's saying, I see you got a false mask on still. The false mask is dealing with, some of it could be some ways you still messing with the karma. You ain't really let that go. Some of them you might say, I had let it go in the physical, but maybe he's still in your heart, still in your mind. Okay. Nothing, letting go, deception about this, some things that's going on with you internally. Who was that I was watching and saying that they said that they still had some issues that they had to go through, some family hurts. Trying to see who was that this morning. I was listening on my ride there, and I was like, yeah, that's true. You got to heal those. You got to heal. It's either just women. That's the only one I was watching. I'm guessing it was some family issues. It was something that I seen that he was talking about. That how you look at your family and how they love with each other, and how that really sets an imprint on you of how you able to open up yourselves to others, your intimacy, how you were raised. And that's kind of true on my end, that, you know, affection, not too much present in there, showing affection physically to one another. And so how you kind of take that baton and you move on and you do that in your own relationships. You're not that affection is showing affection as well, and so that kind of stops where you had a lot of traumatic, if you was raised in a traumatic household, maybe a lot of arguing, a lot of physical or mental abuse. You're very scared at the beginning to kind of open up that heart And, you know, because you're always saying, oh, when that happens, some kind of tragedy, something bad happens, and how that stops you from really truly opening up your heart chakra. So that could be a deception there too. Say, no, I am opening my heart. I'm very open. If he stopped doing them stupid things, I could be able to open it freely. But, you know, you got to remember again that he is a mirror of you. And then if he's doing that, he's showing you that on his own end is to help you, to trigger you to say, okay, you got to open up your heart more. You know, like Yolanda, I said, oh, I open up my heart. Okay, that part, that song. So, I was thinking about that. Maybe take that on as maybe I always like music. To take that on and to play that. Open up my heart could be your song or your thing. To just remember those of you out that might have like a family background, like I spoke of. That's a way to just remind yourself, just to open up your heart, find ways to work with your heart chakra as well. He's wearing a mask too, but he's telling you, this message is from him to you, is that I see you not as open as you think that you are. You think you know everything that's going on. You talk about me and the karmic thing, but I'm looking at you and you don't have anybody here. Ain't no karmic situation like just Simone has said. She didn't let sending Simone. She said, I didn't let everything go. I ain't got no karmic partnership issues, me either. With that, that's over with, that's done with, because that don't, some kind of way, even if I do try to step into it, some kind of way, they assassinated by the time it get even off the ground good. They telling me goodbye and I'm telling them goodbye. It was nice knowing you. That's it. I mean, I done got what I needed. There's one guy, he just talked to me one time on the phone one time, and I already got my lesson from him. I said, okay, I got to open up myself more and be more intuitive into people and be able to read him. And I ain't heard from him since, because I got my lesson. That was it. We ain't need to carry on no more dates or nothing after that, because I got it. That stuff. You know, I wish on the divine masculine side he would get that. He more analytical. I go more in the, we divine feminists go into our feeling nature, but we can do it. She said the same thing too. But what we have to deal with again is our emotions. That's what we carry that mask with. Okay. And then also express your love. I just said that. Then I say that, I didn't even look at the card that well know that this was next. Again, he's saying use that heart chakra. I don't care who you fooling. That heart is not all the way open. So we've got to do that. Like I said in the cards before, we've got to do that discovery and look within ourselves to see what is it that we are still not expressing our love to the fullest. Okay, being scared to be vulnerable, like my spiritual mentor said. You know, I know it's a scary place for you vulnerable because, you know, you don't know if the person's going to return your affections back to you. You know, that's a real hard place to say, oh, I open up myself, and then the person just standing there, and it's like, okay, or they don't have any response, or they don't reply back to you, and you say, I'm going to pour out my heart, you know, but I think her name is Sending Simone, or just Simone, or simply Simone. She was saying, I didn't got to the point. It don't matter about that. It's about my journey. I did my point. And I remember also, it's a nice saying that I seen that what God instructs, okay, thank you, Angel Raphael. What God instructs me to do with you, I have no control over whatever the outcome. I should not have to worry. It's a better way. Whatever it is this is saying this. It says, if God instructs you to do something, he tells you to open yourself and be vulnerable, it is not your responsibility to worry about the outcome. That's the saying. Because if he told you to do it, that means that's in God or the universe's hands to worry about how they take it, how they reply to it, what they do. Your job was to just go on ahead and just to say it, okay, and to open yourself up. And now you'll feel much better about that. That's the main point. Okay, with that, I am ending it. I did not mean for this to be 53 minutes. Help us, Jesus. But if you would like a personal reading with me, go to my site, www.divinetwinsoul11.com. Go to the services page, click on the book online link, and then it will lead you to my book online site for you to get a reading with me. You can also go on my Instantgo, which has questions. You can ask a question, or you can get a video, or we can call and talk by phone. Okay, so and that is GoDivineTwinSoul11.com. All right, so imparting, with this, I just want to say, just right now, it looks kind of, it's not bad. Ladies, we got some divine feminists. Look like we got to have some work that we've got to do on our part. And it certainly seems like, to me, I'm looking at the divine masculine. He looks like he's got a real good finger on the pulse as far as a blueprint as to what direction he kind of needs to go. And that's what I would say. I'm going to call this the blueprint. What is our blueprint, our next step on the blueprint of this twin flame journey? Okay, so in parting, as always, I love you. Mwah. Just be easy on yourself. Take time out doing these changes of this ascension that we're going through, especially this retrograde period. It's kind of hard. It's kind of giving some good punches here and there as far as that. But, you know, intermingle. Like I said, we'll see how the divine masculine, the karmic, how that's going on, the karmic feminine and the divine masculine, how that's going, and seeing if there are any miracles as I'm seeing on some of the other ones. Like I said, check out Just Keep Swimming, Ascending Simone, Daniel Boom, LLE Ascensions. They're doing good. Robert Aguilera, to check out those two as well. And so in parting, I'll say stay inspired, stay motivated, and stay uplifted. Namaste. Namago.